Hello? Thanks for joining us again on the channel. This one's been on my radar for a while, and now, thanks to a friend who got his hands on it, I finally get to share the experience with you. Before we get started, feel free to check out the discount link in the description and the pinned comment. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer, with over 17 years of experience in the IT industry, has encountered a wide array of printers and found this particular monochrome printer to be a very impressive device for a home or small office environment. They were immediately struck by its performance, noting that it produces exceptionally sharp and crisp text and graphics at a very fast pace. The unit itself feels sturdy, compact, and has a professional look that fits well in a work setting. A reviewer found the setup process to be surprisingly simple, especially when using the companion smartphone app, which expertly guides you through connecting the device to a wireless network. The flexibility in how you can print was a major highlight. Beyond standard Wi-Fi and wired network connections, this client appreciated the ability to print directly from a mobile phone, or even by simply forwarding an email to a unique address assigned to the printer. Essential features like automatic two-sided printing work flawlessly, and the design includes a main paper tray plus a convenient manual feed slot for envelopes or special paper. What really set this machine apart for our reviewer were the robust business-class security features. They found it reassuring that you can customize an extensive range of network settings, disable unused services to minimize vulnerabilities, and even configure a built-in firewall. The printer can also be set up to send email alerts for events like low toner or paper jams. The only significant drawback mentioned was the high cost of replacement toner cartridges. However, this client pointed out that the cartridges are high capacity, designed to output a very large number of pages, which is an important consideration for anyone with high-volume printing needs. Overall, it's a quality, professional-grade machine that gets a strong recommendation.
To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer begins by stating that in terms of performance, this printer deserves a perfect score. The reason for a lower rating, however, comes down to a significant flaw: the installation process and documentation, which our reviewer found surprisingly poor, especially as a long-time customer of the brand. The primary source of frustration was setting up the device for use with a laptop. The installation software was unclear about how to enable both wired USB and wireless printing, creating a confusing experience that didn't properly guide the user. In the end, the setup process generated 3 separate printer profiles on their computer. Through trial and error, this client had to figure out which profile corresponded to the wireless network connection and which was for a direct USB link. A third profile, seemingly related to a cloud service, appeared to be completely non-functional for their needs, adding to the initial confusion. This frustrating setup seems to be a common complaint, as our reviewer noticed similar issues discussed on support forums where the only advice offered was to simply uninstall and reinstall everything, a less than helpful solution. Interestingly, the experience on mobile devices was the complete opposite. A simple app download had it working on phones and tablets in no time, highlighting that the hardware itself is perfectly capable. Despite the initial hurdles with the laptop software, the reviewer emphasizes that once you overcome the difficult installation, the printer itself works flawlessly across all devices, both wirelessly and when connected with a cable.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer has some mixed feelings about this laser printer. Overall, it's a great device, but there were a few initial hurdles. To begin with the negatives, our reviewer found the Wi-Fi setup to be incredibly frustrating. It took multiple attempts to enter the password correctly and successfully connect the printer to their home network. Furthermore, they couldn't get it registered with the associated software, and eventually they had to uninstall and remove all traces of that software. Another minor annoyance is a small, permanent black line on the LED display panel. This display is already quite small and difficult to read, so the flaw doesn't help. The final gripe this client had is that the toner cartridge seems to have a chip, preventing the use of cheaper, third-party replacements. It looks like you are locked into buying the manufacturer's cartridge. However, beyond those issues, this laser printer has been excellent. After previous disappointments with other brands, our reviewer is quite pleased. The print quality is fantastic, and they haven't experienced a single paper jam even after printing a lot of double-sided documents and legal-size pages. It's also remarkably fast, and unlike many other printers they've used, this one connects to the 5 GHz Wi-Fi network, which provides much faster performance in their home. This isn't an inexpensive printer, so our reviewer is hoping it will last for several years. The build quality seems fairly standard for consumer electronics, a lot of thin, average quality plastic, but nothing out of the ordinary. Overall, they are cautiously optimistic about its long-term performance.
That's it for today's review. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let's chat. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.